I'm live. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day, wherever you're watching from. I'm the UrbanMonk, broadcasting live on A1R Radio and Moonstruck TV. Good to have you back again. We'll have a bit of a chat about mindfulness and all that malarkey. You need a pen and paper, and I'm going to get you to write something down. And I want to do a little bit of an exercise with you if you're not driving or operating machinery or otherwise involved in other shenanigans. If you're watching this on catch up, you can also get involved. So basically, we talk about attachment, we talk about the ego, we talk about mindfulness. Part of what I do outside of A1R is I'm a life coach and deal with mindfulness. I deal with mindfulness in a strange sort of way. Just bear with me. Is wherever you are, if you're able to and relaxed, just close your eyes and start to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is not necessarily something that you would need to go to a class for. Ideal in mindfulness through everyday life. So while your eyes are closed, just take a nice steady in breath. And while you're breathing, focus where your mind goes. How does your ass or your bottom feel in you? If you've got your hands clasped together, how do they feel? Feel the sensation that you can sense through the floor or through your arms, on your thighs, whatever it might be. Just breathe nice and deep, nice and slow. Take your time. And while you're focusing on those feelings, if you like, those sensations, I want you to visualize the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty or the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Something while you're doing the breathing. Now, the serious part's over. I guarantee none of you could do it. While you're focusing on the sensations with the touch, your mind is working, your brain is working. When you try and transfer to imagine the Eiffel Tower or any other image, your brain goes straight to that. It can't do two things at the same time. So the mindfulness element of UrbanMonk is basically to distract your mind from what it is that's causing you grief. Whatever your ego is telling you, whatever it's reciting to you, whatever it's making you do that's controlling your life, you need to acknowledge that thought, tell it to politely F off and crack on with your life. It's a thought that you can have. Everybody has them. All the biggest, best mindfulness gurus in the world have those feelings. It's whether you acknowledge them or identify with them that is the issue. Like life circumstance, I mentioned it before, it's not the life circumstance that's the issue, it's how you deal with it or confront it. So mindfulness is about not acknowledging those thoughts in your head that I said to you a few weeks ago aren't actually you. It's one of those things that the brain is trying to keep you alive by distracting you from reality and making you act in a way that continues its existence. So, for example, the egoic brain, as I've mentioned, vibrates at a certain energy level. Within that vibration, it exists, but it can't exist in the present moment. The present moment takes you into a vibrational level, which is matching or the same as your natural level from birth, which is the universal level. Many people, and I do events, I speak at events around the country, and I see so many people visiting this medium, then that medium, and this psychic, then that psychic. And I spoke to one lady who went to one of the psychics that were on the show at the time and basically said, "Why do you go to so many?" And she said, "Because the first two or three didn't give me the answer I was looking for." So she'd already gone with a preconceived idea of wanting to get some kind of message based on potentially what had happened to her or a loved one in the past, or she was looking for validation that tomorrow was going to be a better time. We know, us monkites, that tomorrow doesn't exist and we're never going to get yesterday back. So it's about focusing on being present. So when you're washing the dishes, just feel how warm the water is or how nice the soap you're using smells. While you're focusing on that, you can't be thinking about the shit that's going on in your life or whatever it was that caused you anxiety. In my case, it's my partner's cooking that caused me the anxiety, but I'm quite happy to wash the dishes after I've eaten it. Sorry, Dawn, if you're watching. No, that was just a joke. But it's that simple, just touch, that feel, that resonance with something else that takes your mind away from the problems that you've been experiencing. It's a simple mind change, a mindset. You know, you worry about this event, you hope that that event's going to be better. You worry about that person, what they've said to you. That's their ego. You don't want to let your ego or your chimp get involved in a battle with them. If you've ever heard or read The Power of Now or New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, he talks about two ducks in the water. They have a fight. Seconds after the fight finishes, both ducks flap their wings to get rid of the excess energy, and they both just sail away. It's forgotten. Whatever it was about, it's all forgotten. And in New Earth, he puts the human inside the duck, and it would go something like we all know, as we would do. Who does he think he is? He's not coming into my pool. He's not taking over my bit of the water. And that kind of conversation goes on and on until we get home an hour after. Mindset. If that thought comes into your head, flap your wings metaphorically and let it go. As we talk about, I'm talking about the change of mindset. A client had menopause. That was what she identified with. She was a menopausal woman. She didn't think she was a woman. She didn't consider she was a human. She was menopausal. I've got the menopause. I talked about it last week. I hate my life. You can't do that because you are your life. My life is menopause. So we counseled for some time, and she told me how upset she was that her partner was missing intimacy, but she just couldn't be bothered. So I asked her if she thought she couldn't be bothered or if it was a physical thing that was stopping her from being intimate. She told me, I just can't be bothered. It's not that I don't find him attractive. I just can't be bothered. So fast forward 6 weeks later, she came to a counselling session and explained to me that the relationship had ended. And while I understood and empathized with what she was going through, she didn't seem overly upset about it. 3 weeks later, she comes for counselling and she's got a new man. And I said, sex? ? And she said, of course. What man would start a new relationship without there being a sexual or intimate element to it? And I said to her, as I'm saying to you, there was nothing in the menopause that was preventing her. It was her way of thinking. Once she stopped identifying with being menopausal, the intimacy came back. And it's that I'm talking about, whether it be menopause or cancer or a bill needs paying or a speeding ticket you've got from the local police. While we focus on that, we allow ourselves to become distracted, distressed, full of anxiety, and basically ill. You know, the theme of these shows is why thinking is killing you. What I'm trying to do is to put across that the thinking that we do is our responsibility. If there are issues or thoughts or problems within our mental state, that's not you. It's the ego, it's the egoic part of yourself. It really isn't you. So take responsibility and look to calm yourself, be present, just take a step back and be calmer. We wish we were somewhere else, but we should really be here. We're stuck here wishing we were somewhere else. And it's that problem that we've got that creates the stress, the lack of harmony in a relationship. It affects all elements within our life. Ultimately, what that does, it causes the body to vibrate at the incorrect level, at a level for destruction, where we are creative beings, but we create destruction. In a book, I think it was, I can't remember. I really can't remember. But it was about manifesting and the brain and looking into making health the priority within our mind. And it was, I mentioned it before, it's not what you're eating that will kill you, it's what's eating you. And so if we throw these things away, let them go, acknowledge them, but then just away, let it go. It has no right or no part in the vibrations of the universe. We're trying to raise consciousness through harmony, through love, through gratitude. So try those exercises, whatever you do, wherever you are, get in the car, hold the steering wheel, feel what it feels like, feel the actual leather of the steering wheel or the Bakelite, whatever it might be made of, and just think what it feels like against your palm. And even for those 30 seconds you're doing that, you're not thinking about the shit that's just happened in the grocery store, or you're not thinking about the fact that your credit card's just been declined. All these kind of things are sent to try us, but they will then ultimately kill us. So thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for logging in. Hope you watch on catch up. If not, I'll see you next week. But before I go, hit me up on UrbanMonkUK on Facebook, UrbanMonkUK@gmail.com by email, and on Amazon. Oh, it's disappearing. It's selling that fast. It's disappearing. This is the book. Link onto Amazon. Get yourself a copy. Let's find out how we're going to live in the moment by being present. Great to see you all again. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next week.